toilet fan is reported to be jammed. Now the ground teams are coming up with instructions on how to get into the fan and clear that area to revive the toilet for the mission.
Okay, Christina, we're ready for you to attempt reactivation of toilet by removing the urine hose from the cradle. Please allow it to run for 1 minute, and then if that's joy, you can deactivate toilet and give us a call.
And work.
I'm the space plumber. I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. I like to say that it is probably the most important piece of equipment on board. So we were all breathing a sigh of relief when it turned out to be just fine. It was just an issue, I think, of sitting for a long time and needing a little time to warm up, a priming issue.
You're getting a live view inside the Orion spacecraft during some general daily activities that the crew is conducting. You heard communications with Christina Hansen, Christina Cook calling down to Chris Birch here, our Capcom in Mission Control Houston. She continues to troubleshoot the ECG device that they are testing out. In the foreground, in the blue shirt, Commander Reed Wiseman, and next to him in the black shirt, Canadian Space Agency astronaut and mission specialist Jeremy Hansen. In the background, you're getting a look at NASA astronaut Victor Glover, pilot for the Artemis II mission, preparing to exercise. And what he is using is the flywheel device. We've discussed this a few times. This is
Houston, integrity for ECG. No joy seeing the device in the list of available devices when I attempt to repair it after doing the Bluetooth forget.
Okay, Christina, unfortunately, we are out of ideas at the moment. We're going to do some more thinking. We really appreciate all of your troubleshooting steps and actions you've taken. Great data for us, but we'll move on from this activity for the day. Thank you.
Copy all. I will keep the medical tablet charging and restow everything. Thanks for the help.
Copy all.
Again, those calls from Christina down to the ground as she troubleshoots that ECG device, the BME, or biomedical engineer, here in Mission Control Houston, working with their teams to continue developing procedures to help the crew troubleshoot. Back inside Orion, Victor Glover is in his timelined exercise for the day. On the flywheel device, this is a small device installed directly below the side hatch, so if you look above where his feet are, that is the side hatch of Orion. The flywheel is a cable-based device, so you can use it for either aerobic exercises like rowing or resistance workouts like squats and deadlifts, and today Glover is timelined to do resistive workouts. It can max out at 400 pounds of resistance. This view really gives a great look inside Orion and at the size and space available. Again, you're looking at 330 cubic feet habitable volume, so about the size of 2 minivans inside. The crew obviously did not launch in Orion in this configuration. They have since been able to stow quite a lot of the hardware that was used during the launch portion. That gives them more space to move about the cabin.
If it helps you, Victor and I have both exercised, so he is more than happy to do the S-band SAT mode DFTO on time.
Thanks, Reed. Just talking down here with the team to make sure I got the right words to give you. We'd like that S-band SAP mode DFTO to slide 30 minutes to the right for some ground config. But then the EMERCOM DFTO will stay where it is.
Okay, that sounds good. Ike will be ready 30 late for S-band SAT mode, but if you could also please give us a heads up when your commanding is done and you're ready for that activity, that would help us out.
Absolutely, Wilco. The other thing we want to remind you is that in your midday meal, we have about a 1 hour forward DSN LOS, but for most of that, we've got return. And kind of in the middle of your midday meal period, you'll notice there's, like I mentioned, this good Earth and Moon viewing positions. It's also roughly when you're going to pass close to the halfway point between the Earth and the Moon, and you can reference your altitude on the PFD for that midway point.
Yeah, crazy that we're seeing 105,205 miles, and it's still going up pretty quick. Thanks for all that, Chris.
Great. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your lunch. Integrity courtesy call, not knowing your preference. We did have video of Victor, which we have stopped going out on our PAO stream.
We appreciate that, Chris. We were definitely good with it going out, but we also understand if you want to restrict, no problem either way.
Okay. Copy all. I will update our now growing crew preferences sheet. Thank you.
Back with views aboard Orion as the crew continues their midday meal. NASA astronaut Victor Glover having completed his exercise. Cleaning up in space. Obviously, we do not have showers aboard the Orion spacecraft.